Hi, and welcome to this Odoo lesson about fiscal positions. We saw in the video about sales tax how to apply different taxes in our invoices automatically. This will often work perfectly when the seller and the customer are based in the same country. However, there might be reasons to apply different taxes other than the default. In that case, thanks to the fiscal position feature, Odoo will apply a set of rules to replace the initial taxes with the appropriate ones. In my case, my company Stealthy Wood is based in Belgium, which is a country that's part of the European Union, and I'm currently selling a desk to a company in France, also a member state of the EU. Since both of our countries are in the EU, this transaction is what we call an intra-community supply, and I must apply a tax rate of 0% instead of 21%. It's best to keep track of this. To manage this in Odoo, I will use the fiscal position feature that allows me to apply the right taxes to all of my customers easily. Here, the 6%, 12%, and 21% tax rates are replaced with 0%. So let's check this out right now in my database. All right, here I am on my database. Now, if we would like to start using fiscal positions, the first thing we're going to need to do is define our country groups. So let's go to Contacts, Configuration, Country Group. So I already have 3 set up. I have Europe, South America, and Benelux, which includes Belgium, the Netherlands, and Luxembourg. But let's go ahead and select Europe. So these will be all of the countries that are part of the EU. All right, and what I'm going to do is actually duplicate this. I'm going to call it intra-community. Okay, and I'm going to remove Belgium because that's where my company is located. Okay, and the rest of the countries will be a part of the intra-community group. So let's go ahead and save this. And then we're going to go to the Invoicing Application, Configuration, Fiscal Positions. Again, I have 4 set up, so I already have some, and they're titled in French. I'm sorry about that, but let's go to Intra-Community here, and we're going to click on Edit. So, of course, the first thing we can do is modify the name of our fiscal position. And down below, we're also going to see our tax mapping. All right, so on the left, we're going to see the possible tax that could apply by default on a product. And on the right, we're going to see the tax that will replace the default tax if someone is linked to this fiscal position. So for example, in another video, I created a new product where I added the tag 6%. Okay, so this is my 6% tax. All right, so if someone is purchasing this product that's part of the intra-community, instead of 6%, they are going to have a tax of 0%. So that 0% will replace the 6%. All right, so let's go ahead and also say we would like to detect automatically, and we're going to say VAT required because we are selling to other businesses rather than individuals. And then we're going to apply that country group that we just created. All right, however, if you're creating a fiscal position that's specific to one country, you can always define that one country below. So let's go ahead and save this, and then we're going to go to our contacts. Okay, and we're going to add the fiscal position to the contact specifically. So let's go to Azure Interior. As we can see, they're located in the US, so not a part of the intra-community. So we're going to go to Sales and Purchases to the fiscal position section and say that they are not a part of the EU. So we'll say extra community here and then save. And I'm actually going to create a new contact as well. I'm going to call it PIM Technologies. All right, and let's say that they're from France. And we're going to add a VAT as well, but we're not going to fill in that fiscal position. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we're going to create an invoice. Okay, first I'm going to go to the Other Info tab because we have this fiscal position field here. So let's keep an eye on that when I add my contact. Okay, so the first customer will be Azure Interior. I see that their fiscal position is added automatically here. All right, so I said that they weren't part of the intra-community, and I defined that on the contact itself. All right, now if I select PIM Technologies, I'm going to see that the fiscal position changes even though I didn't add it to the contact. That's because they're from France, and Odoo will recognize that and say that this is the fiscal position that they're part of. Okay, and then we can go to our invoice lines and go ahead and add a product. So we'll say customizable desk, and we'll see that the tax that applies is 0% when it normally would be 21%. So it's really easy, it's super cool, and you can see that Odoo is super smart when it comes to fiscal positions. Now, something to keep in mind before I move on is here when you add your product. I highly suggest you first add the customer and then add the product so that the fiscal position will be applied. If you add the product first, it might not automatically change based on the fiscal position if you add that afterward. All right, so just keep that in mind. But as you can see, this entire flow was extremely simple. And that's all for this video. Thank you for watching.